My name is Melissa Kennedy. I'm in Communication 101 with Ryan Falkist. This is my second speech, the process speech. Did you know, out of all our fears, public speaking is number one, beating out the fear of heights, death, bugs, deep water, and flying, hands down. There's nothing that sets us quaking more than having to stand up in front of a crowd and make a presentation, said J. Douglas Jeffries, the author of Killer Presentation Skills and many other public speaking books. Have you ever been in a situation where you had to speak in public? This is a very common occurrence. In school, you're required to give speeches and presentations for practice and preparation for the real world. When you get into the workforce, you might have to make an announcement, a presentation, speak up at a meeting, give a toast at a wedding, eulogies at a funeral, or many other numerous occasions where public speaking comes in hand. I have taken public speaking courses in high school, and I am currently enrolled in a summer public speaking course at Ivy Tech. These tasks mentioned before can be nerve-wracking, but there are many tips I have learned that can help lead to a successful and effective speech. The most important part of giving an effective speech is the preparation. It is imperative that you obtain good research and evidence to back up your topic. This will require time, but it will pay off in the end. Just make sure you use reliable sources for each of your research. Listeners appreciate supporting ideas and stories that go along with your presentation so they can relate it to their everyday life. This will help them remember your speech in the long run. When you write your speech, you need to take into consideration what type of audience you'll be talking to so that it's appropriate for the age group or what type of crowd. After you've done the research and written your speech, it is crucial that you prepare your speech to your best advantage. Many people like to use note cards or speaking outlines like these here. Also, it is very helpful if you practice your speech aloud in front of a mirror or in front of an audience. The next part is giving your speech to the audience and making a good first impression at the beginning of your speech. It is important to have a good appearance and dress and look your best. The audience will be more prone to listen and respect your opinions if you come off professional. The introduction of your speech is obviously very important because it's the first part of the speech that your audience will hear. It is a good idea to start with an attention grabber. An attention grabber is a quote, story, or question. This captures the audience's attention and makes them more interested to listen to your speech. After the attention grabber, it is good to establish your credibility. It is important to explain how you got the research and if you knew anything about the topic prior to the speech. The last portion of the introduction is where you preview the speech. Many people like to use a thesis statement to point out their main points. If you include all these things and remember to speak professionally, you will give a good first impression and a good introduction. The next step I will speak on is presenting the important process of the rest of your speech. It is vital to cover the main points that you first mentioned in your introduction. I know there's a lot of information to remember, but just try to remember to be yourself during your speech. Pick a topic you're enthusiastic and passionate about. You'll present this information better and the audience will notice. I received a lot of these next tips from the speech book I'm currently using in my Communication 101 class at Ivy Tech. This informative book is The Art of Public Speaking by Stephen E. Lucas. The book has specific sections of the importance of volume, pitch, pronunciation, articulation, and eye contact. These are little details that sometimes we look over, but it is imperative for the audience to understand what you're saying and make a connection with them. Visual aids are very helpful during a speech. Common visual aids are PowerPoints or pictures. Some people are visual learners, so the visual aids can help them learn and grab the audience's attention. Speaking in public is obviously very terrifying, considering it is the majority's number one fear. But many of these tips and reminders can help you calm down before a speech. A very helpful tip is from The Art of Public Speaking by Lucas. It stated that thinking positive thoughts certainly helps the outcome of the speech. Also remember that for the most part, your audience does want you to do well. Just take a few deep breaths before your speech and it will help you calm down also. Last but not least, preparation will help you calm down before a speech because you will know your material and you can be more confident. Dale Carnegie once said, "There are always 3 speeches for every one you actually gave. The one you practice, the one you gave, and the one that you wish you gave." So it is shown that no speech will ever be perfect. It is okay if you mess up, because no speech is flawless. Just keep going. For example, Winston Churchill is one of the most well-known speakers still today. Many look to his speeches for inspiration and ideas. Little do some know that Churchill himself had a hard time pronouncing words and had a stuttering problem. But this did not discourage Churchill. He kept persevering and did his best. We should all strive to be like Churchill and do our best during public speaking. Now all you have to do is finish off with a strong conclusion, reminding the audience of the main points that we already talked about in the speech. Sometimes you place a call to action or reminder in this portion. Remember, this is the last portion your audience will hear, so make a good impression. I hope you enjoyed learning about the process of an effective speech. This research for the speech has actually helped me learn more about public speaking, and I hope it will help you as well. It is important to remember to give an impacting introduction and conclusion, to research your speech well, and remember the tips to help nervousness. Public speaking is a very relevant part of our lives, and it is crucial we learn how to present ourselves in public. Now that you know the process of preparing and presenting a speech, I hope it seems less nerve-wracking and you can hopefully give your speech more confidently. Thank you.